Shalom, praise the Lord, gloria a Dios. As usual, I always come up with something new, and today we're going to talk about another victory for Israeli people. And I told you long time ago that this thing is coming up, and also I said that our arrow will go the place we want to be, because this is not our battle, it is our God battle. It's a Hashem battle. And these things will come to a victory. We will possess the land. So today we're going to talk about those. And today also I'm going to talk about who is this Moshiach that everybody is waiting for, even though I've been telling you who I am. You need to know through the word, so you will understand who is this Moshiach that people are talking about. He is imminent, he is here, he is doing the spiritual war, he is in USA, he is in New York, he is at the gate of Rome. I mean, all those things, they come up with something and trying to convince you that Moshiach is here. Now Moshiach is here. He is here. I am your Moshiach. As I always tell you, you're not gonna find no one, and sooner or later you all will see me on my throne. I'm gonna read today Psalm 18. So you will understand what God have done for me. This is the scriptures that God had given me. You have delivered me from the attack of the people. You have made me the head of nations. People I did not know are subject to me. As soon as they hear me, they obey me. Foreigners cringe before me. They all lose heart. They come trembling from their stronghold. So this is what God gave me, that I will be on my throne no matter what people say. There are a lot of people talk bad about me on the Facebook and YouTube sometime, but I understand it doesn't make any it doesn't make me feel bad, because I know who I am and what's coming very soon. Now, I always tell you that I will be on my throne very soon. And it will happen, like I said, before April of 2025. It has to happen. So, who is this Moshiach? And there are 10 or 12 good scriptures is associated with the Moshiach, that who is this Moshiach. But there are few of them. The few of them which is like 2 Samuel 7:13, when Nathan, God gave Nathan a prophecy that one day, and he went and told King David that God have told him that one day one of your son will be on the throne forever and ever, and he will be my son, I will be his father, and he is the one to build me a house, which is in the end time. Also, the Jacob, right? The Jacob said that from the scepter will depart from tribe of Judah, and gathering of all the people. And then you can go straight to the Daniel chapter between Samuel 2:7-13 and 7:13 of Daniel, which is, look at this, so connected, 7:13. And 7:13 says, as my vision continued that night, I saw someone look like man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days, and he led him into his presence. That's the guy you all are looking for. He is your main Moshiach, and whoever saw that Son of Man coming in and rest upon him, he is the one. Now, I do not understand what it will take to all those rabbis to understand that scriptures. Now, if you watch YouTube teachers, they never talk about Daniel. If you go last 2 years and watch their videos, they never talk about Daniel. But now they are talking about Daniel, that if the Moshiach could be a Daniel from the dead, that who have already performed. He had seen all these things, and he is the one to come back. So that's who I am. I am the Daniel from the dead, you can say, or you can say I am the adopted son of King David, the one God had promised. Now let me tell you one more thing before I forget. I did not come to serve you. I did not come to serve you. God didn't send me to serve you. I will be served by you. I have to only serve and please my Father in heaven. I came to please Him. He chose me to finish the job. And my job is to finish and please Him, not please you all, because as a human being, you all never be pleased. You never be satisfied. You never be admire somebody's doing the good work. So I've been telling you for 3.5 years, there is not even one smart or good rabbi that I have seen that can approach and say, listen, son, I want to talk to you. What is it that you know? But no, they all are stiff-necked and stubborn. They're looking outwardly, as Samuel told. In the Samuel chapter, God told Samuel, do not look outwardly, look inwardly. When you will know inside of me who I am, what I am, that day you all will realize. But I didn't come to serve, just like what Jesus said, I came to serve, not to be served. No, take it opposite way. That's who I am. I will be the king, and eye for eye. There won't be no mercy from my side, because you will be punished for your sin. I will judge, and I will judge righteously. Not with my eyes what I see or hear, but with my wisdom. That's the wisdom God has given me, and that's what I am going to do. Now let me tell you, I also told you on my previous video, to all the Christians, Jesus is not the Lord. Jesus came to deceive the world. If he was a Jew, and if he was a Jew, let's see, if he was a Jew, then why he has to come and build new religion, which is Christianity? Because he knew it that in the end time he need his army, and he built up the Christianity to let whole world know that he is the God. But he is not the God. I told you time after time, if you understand Daniel chapter 7:13, the scriptures, and you put that thing into the John chapter, when John said that I saw the Spirit like dove came upon him. And also, first of all, he didn't know why he needs to go baptize, because somebody else told him to go and baptize. And when you see the Spirit rest upon whoever, he is the one will baptize with a fire. Now let me tell you, nobody got baptized with fire on that time. There is no record of that. And also he said, Spirit like dove came upon him. In Daniel chapter 7:13, if I read that one, you will understand perfectly. Look, in my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like Son of Man. Coming with the cloud of heaven, he approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. He was given authority glory and sovereign power. All people, nations, and men of every language worship him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed. You see, this never happened to him. This never happened to him. Now you go to 2 Samuel 7:13. The same promise, 7:13 of Daniel book, was given to King David. Also, if you go to Isaiah 11, the root of Jesse, from the root of Jesse, okay, the branch will come. That is also connected to Daniel 7:13. Read Isaiah 11, read Isaiah 9, the son is born, the government is rest upon him. All those things, you know that. It never happened. If Jesus was the God, then he, first of all, he do not need that spirit, like it says that he born of the virgin. If he is born of the virgin, that he do not need to, even John do not need to see the spirit like a dove rest upon him. He don't need to, because he is already born of the spirit, according to the Gospel of John. The beginning of the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh, and he dwelt within us. But that's not true. If he was, then he do not need again to get that spirit like dove to see John. How come nobody else see but John? Now, if you go in the Old Testament, of course, he says on the Samuel time when the soul got anointed, it was the wind came in and passed, and he started prophesying. Now, nobody saw that one. Nobody saw that one, but in the New Testament, John is telling that he saw that one. Now, you cannot see the Spirit rest upon somebody through somebody else's eyes, but you can, as Son of Man, rest upon me, and left me his spirit, and he took my spirit, because I told you that I got the prolonged days. If you read the Isaiah chapter 53, that I always tell you that I am the one got the prolonged days, I am the transgressor. I gave you all my title from the beginning, that Jesus never told you all those titles. Like when I said I am the Shiloh, he never said I am the Shiloh. In fact, he used the Shiloh as the where they were baptizing, like a saint. Shiloh means saint, saint by God. But he used for baptize the people. But in my case, I am the Shiloh, Shiloh, the saint by God. I am the one who sent me to you. I am the Shiloh, I am the son of King David that God have adopted. That's who I am. God have adopted me. He said, I will be his son. He never have no son. As they talk about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I am his adopted son. There is no son. He never talked in the Old Testament, or he never even told any of them. Not even my forefather like King David or Saul or any other prophet. Even the Solomon, God didn't told him, you are my son. But he did told King David, one day, one of your son, blood and flesh, from your own loin, I will bring him, and he will be on the throne forever and ever. He will be my son, and I will be his father. That's exactly same thing promised in Daniel chapter, in Zechariah chapter 3. The Joshua was caught up with a filthy cloth, and he received the crown. I am waiting for the crown. I will receive the crown, and it will come from New York to Houston, and then from Houston we will depart with everybody. Remember, in Old Testament says, when you depart, Do not go back. If you go back, you will be left over. And do not be worrying about your possession. Once I will come, once they will choose me, once I will be gone, and you all be going with me, and do not worry about the possession you have. If you go back, you will be left over. Remember, I'm telling you in advance. He never, as in if you read the Revelation chapter, that thousand upon thousands, let me read that scriptures to make you understand how he is deceiving the Christian people by using the Old Testament. Let me read the Revelation chapter. If you look Revelation chapter 5. Okay, over here, Revelation chapter 5, it says, let's read from chapter 5, 6. Then I saw a lamb looking as if it had been slain, standing in the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elder. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. He came and took the scroll from the right hand of him who sat on the throne, and when he had taken it, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. Now, the John don't know who this Lamb is. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowl full of incense, which are the prayer of the saints. And they sang anew, you are the worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were slain, and with your blood your purchase made for God. Now listen, if that lamb was slain in the past, and with your blood your purchase made for God, from every tribe and language and people and nations, you have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God. Now listen. This lamb over here, he is talking about the 12 tribes. 12 tribes will be selected. 12 tribes will be the priests. They could be a different language, but only those tribes. Not he's talking about Christianity, that Jesus came and built the Christianity. It's written straight over here. Look at this. Who will be the priest? Who will be the priest? The tribe of Levites. Who will be the light of the world? The 12 tribes of Israel. It's written in the Old Testament. So this one over here, he is building his kingdom. Look at this. You made them to be a kingdom and a priest to serve our God. So this guy, whoever it is, supposed to get 12 tribes together and serve the God only, nobody else. Now look the next scriptures. And they will reign on the earth, not as a rapture going up there and spending with the Lord. What it's talking about, all the Christian people talking about rapture. When the rapture will happen, we will be with the Lord. Forget it. He's talking about on the earth. Look at this. Serve our God and they will reign on the earth. So it's talking about the 12 tribes will be on the earth and you all will be heaven. All the Christian people is going to heaven. Wow. I never heard that one in the Old Testament. Now look at this. Then I looked and heard the voice of many angels, which is exactly 7:9 Daniel. I'm going to read 7:9 and you will understand. Then I looked and heard the voice of many angels trembling, numbering thousands upon thousands and 10,000 times 10,000s. They encircled the throne and the living creature and the elder. In a loud voice they sang. Now look, this is the exactly same thing in the Daniel chapter 7:9. I'm reading now. throne were set in places exactly like that in the Revelation chapter talking about. And the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was white as snow. The hair of his head was a white like a wool. His throne were flaming with a fire, and its wheels were all ablaze. A river of fire was flowing, coming out from before him. Thousands upon thousands attend him. 10,000 times 10,000 before him. The court was seated and the books were open. You see exactly what Daniel saw, and Daniel supposed to do. It's in the Revelation chapter. The Revelation chapter is talking about me as Daniel. I am the one to open the book. I am the one to sit on my throne. I am the one God have choose me among you, as Moses told you that God will raise the prophet like me among you, and you should believe him. Now let me tell you, I don't want to be your king. I don't want to be a king. I want to be a king because he wants me to be a king, and he wants me to do the work so I can please him. I came to please him, nobody else. And I will get my throne no matter what you all say and what you all think, because his ways are different. The way he thinks, you cannot understand, you cannot comprehend. So God have choose me among you so I can bring all the nations together. I told you 100 times that God choose me from nowhere, from India. Now if you watch YouTube right now or Google it down, there is so many things they're talking about India and Israel. In fact, today's headline, after the Nasrallah died, all the people in Kashmir, all the Muslim people came out and trying to tell Modi to go against Netanyahu. But they do not understand that we are connected years after years after years. We are the lost tribe. We are the lost tribe. If anybody is worshipping idols, is Hindu people. The Aaron is the one built the cow, the calf that we still worship. Also, when the Raquel was took those god from his father, one of the god was, they still worship. They call Ganesha, the one with the elephant trunk. It's in the Old Testament. Now, I told you about my DNA. I told you about where the Hindus river from there. They migrate, go to Israel. Then from Israel they come back again. And those are the lost tribe. And that's why, and one of the guy asked me, how come you have a DNA from Levites instead of tribe of Judah? Now, if he reads that Leah had 4 sons, the Simon, Reuben, Judah and Levites, they're all from the same father, Jacob. So Jacob and Leah, and they were 4 kids, so I'm sure they all have the same DNA. But in the YouTube, I found out that the Levites have that DNA, and that's what I have probably. And so I said, okay. But like I told you, I do not have to worry about DNA. Once God chooses you, you finish. If God can change, then it's different story. Then this Torah will be wrong, which is written the 3,500 years ago about the book of Daniel will be wrong. Now, I am surprised myself sometime that why he chose me out of nowhere. I never touch Bible. I never touch Bhagavad Gita. I never touch Quran. I never, I hate reading. I hate reading. I never read any book in my life. But he gave me this when I was up there. Where he gave me this. You do not understand. You cannot comprehend. And that's why I always tell you, because he did speak to me and he did say, build my house. Temple has to be built. It has to be built by me and my brother and sister. Listen to me again and again. Again, I'm going to read one more scriptures of Malachi to make you understand the curse is coming if you do not listen to me and put me on my place. Listen, what does it say in the last chapter of Malachi? And that way you will understand that Malachi chapter 4, this is what it says. See, I will send you the prophet Elijah before that great and dreadful day of the Lord comes. He will turn the hearts of the father to their children and the heart of the children to their father. Or, listen, if the Elijah don't come, in case even if he comes and if you don't listen to him, else I will come and strike the land with the curse. So you're going to have a choice. We can wait. 3 ways you can bring me. I told you. We can wait for the Elijah to come, which is, I don't believe that he is still waiting. I mean, why he would wait? Because we are coming closer and closer. 5785 is next month start, and from there you can count 7 years. So we are coming close. Maybe he will come in these 3 months and open your eyes that I am who I am, send me to you. So that's one thing. Second thing, you will get rewarded if you choose me by faith. If you choose me by faith, like it says, the 10 rabbis needs to get together and bring the Moshiach. Of course, they knows, if they knew somebody, they already picked them up. They knows who I am, but they just looking outwardly. Remember, they're not looking inwardly. Even though I am giving them the right testimony, I'm telling them what exactly God have done to me. And also, time after time, you can see India, Hindus are the original Jew, in fact. And so if they talking about that Messiah has to be Jew, Messiah has to speak the Hebrew language, you can read in the Revelation chapter that all the tribes will have a different language. The 12 tribes will have a different language. So don't believe those rabbis who talks nonsense saying that Moshiach will be speaking Hebrew. No, Moshiach will be speaking all the nation can understand. Then another guy say he will be musician. No, I'm not musician, but I can sing some good songs. I love Hispanic songs and I speak Hispanic. I sing Hispanic songs. But I am not the musician. I'm a businessman. And I'm a God chosen one to become a king. I never work my life. I worked in this country 1 year under some Indian lady. But God have given me a wisdom and knowledge and understanding through my Father. I am here to be served, not to be served. Again, I'm telling you, I am not here to please you. So I don't care what you all talk about me. It doesn't make any says to me, because my days are coming, the final laugh will be mine. You all will see who's going to be laughing. You all will know very soon. And time is running out. Time is running out. I told you all these things will happen. The war will be continued till I come on my throne. And then also, now somebody wants me to stop the war. I am only the middleman between God and you. This is his battle. But he has chosen me for certain other reason, and time will come, he will reveal me. But at this point, I just want all the Jewish people. Now let me tell you, I don't know how many people watching me in the YouTube. I really don't care the number wise. I need good 500 or 1,000 people whose God has given them a wisdom and understanding to know who I am. That's all I need. Because how many people run this world? Maybe 0.0001% people run this whole world. Rest of them are sheep. And the same thing, how many people really are in Torah or in Bible or in Bhagavad Gita or Quran? How many people? Maybe 0.0001%. And out of that 0.01%, will know me and understand, then we will able to build the temple will be built no matter what happens. I am coming. You all are going with me. We're going to build the temple on where the Aqsa Mosque is. The dome is. Dome will be removed. You cannot serve the two masters. And yes, a lot of people say that if we remove the dome, there will be World War III. Now, the World War III is right now cooking. It's going to happen no matter what happens. Just like in India, they took away the masjid. For a month they will fight. But they built the Hindu temple. Now, remember, they all will be gone also. The Hindu temples will be gone also. Because all idols will be disappear in one day. Everybody will serve the Lord, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. All these things are coming. So even if we take the dome out from the Jerusalem, because this is the God dwelling place. And God, even though, as you know, we all serve the one God, but they all worship through the idols. Even the Muslims, they serve the same God, but it's something that we don't understand. They made a different religion. And they think that whoever they're worshipping is only their God. It's not our God. But there is only one God, and everybody will worship one God in the end time. All over the people will come to celebrate. And if they do not come, they will be destroyed. Remember, all those things is written. Time is very close. And every prophecy is written, is coming right now. And whatever is left over is going to come, because I am here. I am the end time. I am the revelation. I am the transgressor. I am the prolonged one. I am the Shiloh, the branch. I am the covenant of the messenger. I am the Daniel from the dead. I am the ancient one. Remember, I am the ancient one. I had a 50 billboard in Houston 24 years ago. Now, that time not even one Jew realized what is this ancient of days means. Is what God rests upon. He is the one is ancient of days. That's who I am. Now, remember, I'm not here to preach you. Your father and mother can teach you and preach you, or your rabbi can preach you. My job is to let you know that King is here. King is here to straighten up all the books. He is gonna remove all the bad people from this earth. And that's what is happening, cleansing right now. God is cleansing. In fact, He said Himself that He will remove those people. In fact, He says in the Revelation chapter, the 12 tribes will be left probably to serve the God, and the Gentile will be served them. All those things are coming. Now, everybody is celebrating right now. Nasrallah is gone. Now new boss is coming over there, and the war will continue. It's going to get uglier. It's going to go all the way to Iran. It says Gog and Magog between Iran and USA, Russia. All those people are right now getting ready. And I believe that, look, like I said, prophecies are here, but I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen tomorrow because I haven't heard it's going to happen tomorrow. But it's going to happen this year because my time is running out. 62 years been given. Remember, 62 years been given. I will be done on April the 7th, 2025 with my 62 years. Then you count 7 years, which is 69 years, and 70 years. 70th year, we will be with the Lord. So these 7 years, temple will be built. Heifer will be sacrificed. Israeli people come from all over the world with a different language. They won't be speaking Hebrew only. All those things is going to happen in these 7 years. So all the prophecy that your rabbi or your pastor, even though those pastors are not even reading the Old Testament, after all this they talk good. I have seen some pastors. They preach so good to get your money. And yes, motivation speech are there. They motivate you, but they take your money, nothing else. But they don't read who's the real God in the Old Testament we're talking about. All these things are coming. And you all will know that I've been telling you for last 3.5 years who I am. All those titles that I gave you, Jesus never told you that. Like I said, He came to deceive the world. He came to build His empire on earth. But it's not gonna work because God had different plan. God knew it from the beginning that who's going to be the good one and who's going to be the bad one, who's going to deceive Him and who's going to please Him. And I am the one God have choose because God have seen my heart. I am coming. Get ready. Get ready. We're going to build the temple. Keep your hands ready. Be strong in the Lord. Do not be fear, because Lord is with us. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of the knowledge. Trust the Lord with all your heart, might, and soul. Do not worry about Hezbollah. Do not worry about Hamas. Do not worry about all these terrorists or any other country. No weapon will form against us shall prosper. Their arrow never will reach. You see how many commanders already died in the other side. We don't have not even one commander died. Because I told you that all those things going to happen, our arrow will go in the right direction, right place. And also I told you that Israel will not be listened to United States anymore long time ago. I told you that long time ago that they had agreement in June of 1999 that they will give all the information about the terrorists or any plan that they make or they about to do to fight with any country. They rejected everything as I told you. They rejected and they said, we're not gonna listen to you. If Netanyahu had listened to Biden and the Democratic Party, I'm not gonna go into the Democratic and Republican, but if we had listened to United States and had a ceasefire, then we never able to kill those Nasrallah and his predecessors or any other terrorist. But because we ignored their decision and no ceasefire, we went and killed the Nasrallah, the head of the Hezbollah. Otherwise it wouldn't happen. One less, because they are the one head. And they are the one telling everybody what to do. But when the head goes down, of course they will slow down. And who knows what will happen. But this is another victory. And victory is coming for Israeli people. Do not be feared. Thank you and God bless you. We'll see you next time.